Welcome to Denver, Colorado football fans. A great look at Empower Field here at Mile High Stadium. Today, a fun matchup in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from Denver. This return starts at the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Cowboys for their opening drive. And they're brought out by a quarterback celebrating a decade now as an NFL starter. Originally the 135th pick back in that 2016 NFL Draft, it's Dak Prescott. First play throwing for Prescott.
I don't think I'm alone in this, Kate. To me, Dak is one of the easiest players to root for their success in the NFL. I think for me and for many others, it's based on all he's overcome, from tough playoff losses to significant injuries. But his leadership, his stats, his ability to play like an MVP in big moments, at his best, he really is all you could ever ask for.
First run of the game for Javonte Williams. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
Cowboys.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
That one's cut along the left sideline. Tackle made at the 10. First and goal coming up.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10. First down, here's Dak. And he takes it into the end zone for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take a 6-0 lead right away. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together. But no doubt about it, on that opening drive, Brock, he was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a third time for 6.
Extra point from Aubrey is up and good. And the Cowboys will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Broncos nothing.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Marvin Mims now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. And bringing them out. He was a rookie last season when he took the Broncos to the playoffs for the first time in 9 years. Now a sophomore. It's Bo Nix.
Those Denver Broncos have been looking for the next quarterback after Elway and Manning. That was a dark period until Bo Nix stepped into the fold. He led all rookies in passing yards, touchdowns. He was 29, by the way. And he finished 3rd for Rookie of the Year. The Broncos, they found their quarterback.
It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
46-yard line.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Nix now on 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Yeah, this group likes to be aggressive. An early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. They're trying to set up the screen. Dobbins. Great job rallying to the football. They get him down right at the marker. 4th down.
I'm a big fan of the screen pass. Really, you can run a screen as they just showed on any play. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down, sometimes even 4th. But it takes great acumen, a great football IQ defensively to have an awareness it's coming, and then more importantly, to stop it.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. Dallas sending its offense out for the 2nd time this game. And they take the field exactly where they want it to be, Brock. Up a touchdown early and with the home crowd a little quieter than normal.
I'm not going to lie to you, Kate. I think most quarterbacks, competitors love playing on the road when they do just this. Just quiet them.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
After the sack, let's see what the offense does here. 2nd and 18 coming up. Draw play. This is Williams. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Dak now from the gun. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Cowboys putting it away here on 4th, and it's the long-time vet Brian Anger on now. Fair catch made here at the 30-yard line. So the Broncos headed out for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Throwing on 1st down, Nix. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
Has him on the quick hitter. They get to him after a small pickup to the 35. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
A gain of 4.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
Next quick out wide, complete. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Throwing again. Here's Nix. Throwing this back in the end zone. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos reach pay dirt for the first time this game. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Prescott here from the gun. It's Pickens on the slant. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun is Prescott. Finds him on the slant. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Cowboys 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Prescott on 1st and 10. Into the hands of Pickens. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Connecting on the slant. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Now it's Prescott again. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
A 46-yard attempt.
Aubrey puts it through. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Aubrey now to kick this one away.
Kickoff for the Cowboys.
On the return, here's Mims. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Denver ready for another offensive possession. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Left side now, caught by Sutton. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
At the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's got it. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack drives him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of their 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
And before they can break the huddle, we've hit the end of our first quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
That's good for a Denver Broncos. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
He's always ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Davion Clowney on that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he'll go down here at the 16. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
I think with that call, they were trying to set him up with a short 3rd down run, but he said, nope, not on my watch. I'll just go get it all right here. Now, playbook's wide open for 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Trying again, following the sack. Mims with the grab. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
An 11-yard pickup leads to 3rd and 6.
Quite the drive they're putting together here, partner. This is the 9th play of it as they get set for 3rd and 6. Here's Nix. Brought in by his back, Dobbins. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
The only move this offense is making is toward the line, Bronk. They're going for it, 4th and 3. Nix holds on to it. And he takes this one in for the Denver touchdown. The Broncos take a second quarter lead. It's a Bo Nix touchdown. Well, we all knew somebody was running with it there, and when the defender started flowing towards the back, he made the right call that he would be the one to run it in.
Yeah, he sure did. I think if he hands that off, this play does not end in a touchdown, but in a collision for his running back.
Yeah.
So not only is that running back thanking his quarterback, the rest of the guys are celebrating for that decision.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 14, Cowboys 10.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
To kick off for the Broncos.
Turpin with a return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Cowboys about set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Dak out of the pistol. This ball is caught by Tolbert. Hit almost as he caught it. He does well to hold on to it. Gets him to the 37. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cowboys first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Give to Williams from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Prescott to throw. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Prescott now on 3rd down. He's got it, complete to Pickens. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down, Dallas.
First down, Cowboys.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
They'll run the toss for Williams. He finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So fourth down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. He was good on his first kick. Gonna need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going. Running it after the penalty. And he cuts it back right. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. Another run for Williams. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
A loss of 2.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Second and goal coming up from the 7. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Catch is made in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And as that one falls incomplete, all eyes shifting to the flag that was thrown. If it's defensive, we've got a first down here. So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a fourth down, it's back to first. Williams reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys take a second quarter lead. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys push their lead to 3.
17. Broncos 14.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. Some pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Broncos offense all set to go. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a free hit for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Broncos with a long field ahead. Man in motion here. 2nd and 10 now. In slant route complete. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Third and 4 coming up now. Nix from the gun. That's caught for the first. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Broncos will have a first down.
47-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that income and make the catch.
And no luck there. That throw falls to the ground. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it'll be second down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Second down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. They'll throw again. Nix. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got third down.
The best of the best, they just have this intuition, Kate. They know where the boundary is without looking. This receiver's not quite at that level yet. He lost track of where he was, and he brought it in.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, we're going to see how much of a sideline maven he is, Brock. This one very close, whether he got the feet down or not.
And I'm so impressed by all these mavens because you've got to make that transition from college where 1 foot, you're good.
Yep.
But not at this level. You've got to be a ballerina. You've got to get those toes both in, and the replay booth will be the judge of it.
Well, good thing they reviewed it because after further examination, the call on the field has changed. Now Nix on third down. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he gets in, touchdown Denver. The Broncos get some late points and the lead. Cortland Sutton the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Broncos take a 4-point lead.
Broncos 21, Cowboys 17.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Jukes one defender. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Cowboys about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And we're a shade away from 50 seconds to go in the half. That's enough time to put something together. Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Dak now from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
First down, Dallas.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the gun is Prescott. This one caught by C.D. Lamb. And They limit the damage after the catch, but the catch itself does get them to the opposing 43.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Dak throwing again. Finds his man over the middle. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Prescott to throw once more. He's going to tuck it and run. And Prescott finds him a first as he slides down to end the run.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Cowboys.
So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our 2 teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. This makes it up to the 25. The Denver offense now with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. They give it to Dobbins to start the third. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. There's the fake. Here's Nix. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Broncos, first down.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for a QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Nix, quick out wide, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 43. Outright and Ingram makes the ground. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And the Broncos will have a first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Nix off the play action. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. There's so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Deron Bland.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Seventh play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Throwing here. Nix. They try to set up the screen. Dobbins. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. They run the counter with Dobbins. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
To Troy Franklin. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Putting a receiver in motion. On 3rd down, here's Nix. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
That's one of those 3rd down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Turpin with a return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Cowboys offense headed out there. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
You're going to go play action, Kate. You've got to sell, sell, sell. If you don't convince that defense you're running it, or if it's a situation where you never run the ball, you really do leave your quarterback dead in the water, vulnerable against a defense who will storm right past that fake and right into that pocket.
Pass rush could be coming again after that last sack, Brock. Let's see. Here's 2nd and 19. Trying again, following the sack. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Prescott here from the gun. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Fair catch made a little beyond the 20-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Nix. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Coverage on the play by Trayvon Diggs.
It's Nix. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, Kate, with the game that they've put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. Offense headed back out there now for Dallas. The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground with Williams. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through 1 tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Dallas sends its punting unit onto the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. The Broncos and quarterback Bo Nix gearing up for their next series. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. A give to Dobbins out of the shotgun. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Going to be 2nd down.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. From the 23. Steps up and he's running with it. Nick slides in safely, doing so after he picked up that 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
He finds him 6 yards on that 1st down run.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. They're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. And that one goes goes for a gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Running it again with Dobbins. Works the sideline inside the 35. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Play action with Nix. He tucks it and takes off.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
22-yard line.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff goes to Dobbins, running left. And he's able to get this down to the 13. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. This throw is caught. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
It's always nice to see teams still employ a fullback. I love rewarding a big guy with some touches during the game. They earn those looks. That was a well-run route, and he showed some soft hands to bring it in.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Going for the 1st with Dobbins. And he's in for the touchdown. The Broncos go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. J.K. Dobbins with the touchdown. Made the right read on the RPO inside the red zone, Brock, and things worked out.
And you know what is so key about these RPOs? It's that mesh point. It's the details right there, not immediately giving any indication of what they were going to do, and it created, Kate, the slightest of hesitations for the defense, and that slightest opportunity is all he needed to hit the end zone.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Broncos double their lead to 14.
Broncos 31, Cowboys 17.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Fielded at the 7. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Another drive coming up for this Dallas offensive unit. And they just saw that lead stretch out to a 2-score margin now. Really makes this a must-score series late.
And Kate, you know I believe this. You can never play this game in a state of desperation, but a state of urgency got to be a sky high right now.
And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. That one goes for 31 yards and a 1st down when all is said and done.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Fires right away, but incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from it close. You really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Again on 2nd and 10, Prescott connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
A 28-yard gain. And a Cowboy first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Going to run with Williams. And he makes it across. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys now within 1 score in the 4th. Javonte Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Cowboys 24.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. On the return, here's Mims. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Broncos are getting the ball back as J.K. Dobbins runs out there. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. On 1st down, it's Nix. Complete, it's Ingram. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. It's a pickup of 11. And the Broncos will have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
1st down, and they go right back to it. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Off the play fake, here's Nix. Gets it downfield, on target to Sutton. And he's down to almost, nope, they're actually going to give him the 30 here.
26 yards.
That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Broncos, first down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First and 10 now from the 30. A give to Dobbins. And their next snap is going to come from the red zone block. He's down to that 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Again, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Dante Fowler. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. And that's a key stop defensively, Brock. And any more of those as they trail by a score.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. He'll throw it. Oh, again, it looks like a pick, but they drop it. A chance to steal it away in the end zone. And they just can't finish the play.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
Here comes Will Lutz, a lot riding on this field goal try. It's a 34-yarder from that right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Cowboys offense now headed back to the field. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Here's Williams to start the drive. Escapes a defender. And his progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. And that's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Cowboys got to score in a hurry. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 31. Finds the in route complete. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
1st and 10, Prescott. That's complete. It's Javonte Williams. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Dak now from the gun. And there's another one to Williams. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5, right up next to that line of gain.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
That is caught. He's got Lamb. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Down a couple of scores. Those 2 timeouts they've got left are going to be crucial. Here's first down. Dak throwing again. Lamb has another one. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Only 1 timeout remaining. They've got to work quickly here. It's 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. It's Pickens on the slant. And he'll go down here at the 16. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Only need the smallest little bit of yardage here. It is 2nd and inches. Prescott to throw once more. Into traffic, complete. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
The throw is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds after it looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
One final shot here. This one just thrown away. So an anticlimactic ending to this football game. So to the side of Maine, mile-high salutes throughout the building. It's a win at home for the Broncos. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.